La, la. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like still learning how to do Zoom on my computer. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. I'm live. Thanks. Okay. Sorry. What am I trying to do right now? Okay. Okay. Here we go. I think I'm in trouble because I messed with the sprinklers. Okay. Welcome. My name is Alex. Let's do yoga. Child's pose. Big toes together, knees are apart. Walk your hands forward and away from you. On an exhale, bring your forehead down to the mat. Bring your awareness to the present moment, to the quality of each breath. Arrive. Let go of anything that was going on before. Try not to plan ahead. Be here in each sensation, each breath. When the mind wanders, and it will want to, just bring it back to the breath, to what you feel, to where you have the weight distributed. Everything that will make you think of right now. Walk your hands in just enough to thread the needle here. So you'll leave your left hand down, thread the right arm underneath. And I like to use my forehead as a pillow. Soften down. Allow the torso to relax so you can expand the torso with the breath. Switch so that your ear is down if it's not already, and place your left hand on top of the right. We're going to try to press the left arm straight as we twist the middle upper back. Release, press into the left hand so we can switch sides. Walk the right arm hand forward, left arm palm up underneath. Bring your forehead to the mat or your right hand. Try to feel heavy. Stay here mentally. Let's switch so that the left side of the head is down, right hand on top of the left. You're going to press the right elbow straight as you keep the hips where they are. Use the breath to enhance the stretch. And release. Press up to a tabletop position. Bring the toes or tuck the toes, and let's draw some circles with the body. So lean your hips forward, down, back, and around. Almost going completely into upward dog and then switch directions. You're feeling the weight redistribute through the hands, the stretching of the feet. Just feeling out where you are right now. All right, tabletop. Neutral spine somewhere in the middle. 3 cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Press the tops of the feet down, look straight ahead. Long exhale as you round, scoop, and press everything away. So slowly, inhale, let these build, open up. And long exhale, tuck the tailbone, pull in the stomach. Once more. And long exhale. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Feel the legs firing up. Make sure the weight is even between the hands. Downward facing dog. Press up, press back. Bend one knee at a time as you press the opposite heel down. Maybe pick up one hand at a time and roll out each wrist. Downward dog, feet hip width, hands shoulder width. Try to press the heels down. Soft bend in the knees. Let's walk to the top of the mat. And forward fold over soft legs. Bend and straighten one leg at a time or both. Finding organic movement, which is natural, whatever sounds good. Make sure the feet are together. Relax over both legs. Press to stand. Stand tall. Stand evenly between both feet. Bring the palms together. Recommit to being in the present moment, right here, right now. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and overhead. Look up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees soft so the whole back body can open up. Hands to the mat, step the right foot back to a lunge. Tall on the toes of the back foot. Lower the hips down, but make sure you're keeping a right angle with the front leg. Engage the back leg. Feel a stretch in the back foot. Lower the right knee. Leave the toes tucked. Shoulders draw back. On an exhale, press both legs straight or almost straight. Press through the back heel. Shift the weight forward, back to a lunge. Leave the back knee lifted. Lunge twist, right hand down. Left arm opens. Left hand down. Step to the top of your mat. Relax over both legs. Scan right to left. Round up to standing. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlace the fingers, index fingers out. Press a button on the ceiling for 3 breaths. Lift out and forward fold over both legs. Left foot back lunge. Set this up even if you start to predict what's coming next. Give each pose its attention. Stretching the back foot, lowering the hips, keep the right knee over the right ankle. Let's lower the left knee, getting deeper into the hip flexors. Press into the hands, into both feet. Try to straighten both legs. Don't worry if it's not happening yet. Lunge. Keep the back knee lifted. Shift your weight back forward. Lunge, twist. Left hand down. Right arm opens up. Reach really high. Right hand down to the mat. Step up, forward fold. A longer exhale this time. Round up to standing. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Any arms up variation or a back bend. 3 breaths. Lift out, fold forward. Halfway lift, long flat back, roll the shoulder blades together. Think right angle. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And from this look up position, hands down, step it back. Plank pose. A little bit of strength, a little bit at a time. Press the mat away, squeeze the legs strong. Shift the weight forward. Let's lower all the way down to the mat. Cobra, tops of the feet are down. Keep the elbows in close. Palms on the mat. Lift up halfway, using your middle upper back strength. Lower down. Press up to a tabletop. Downward dog. Step the right foot between your hands for crescent lunge. Set up a lunge like we've done every other time, but create a stronger, more stable foundation. As you press into the feet, lift yourself up. Tall on the toes of the back foot. We're not pressing into the heel. We're launching forward. Arms above your head. Biceps by the ears. Feel strong. Feel present. Float your hands down to the mat, framing the right foot. Inhale, lower the left knee, shoulders draw back. Long exhale, pyramid pose. Try to straighten both legs. Now you press through the back heel. Lunge, lunge twist, left hand down, right arm opens. Right hand back down. Plank pose, step the right foot back to meet the left and scan the body right to left. What is different? Smooth out the breath. Shift the weight forward, lower all the way down to the mat. This time we're going to stretch out the quads. Rest your forehead on the left hand as you bring the right foot in. Press your pelvis and hips forward and down. Switch sides. Smooth out the breath, press into the mat. Release. Let's press to an upward facing dog. So just kind of wiggle, figure you out your way up. Leave the knees down. Press the weight into the front parts of your palms. And just enjoy opening the front body. Let's lean onto the left hip. Look over the right shoulder for the back right corner of your mat. Switch sides. You should feel this all the way down through the obliques. And come back to center. Tops of the feet press down. Maybe the knees lift off the mat someday. Exhale, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Crescent lunge, left side. Left foot steps up. Use your hands on your hips to lift up. Shoulders over the hips. Deep bend in the left knee, launching off of the back foot, but not arching the chest forward. Feel strong in both legs. Calm breath, calm expression. Hands to the mat, lunge. Inhale, lower the right knee, shoulders draw back. Long exhale, try to press both legs straight. Lunge, lunge twist, right hand down, left arm opens up. Left hand back down. Plank pose. Hold, get stronger. Know that in this moment right now, you are building strength, confidence, posture, good posture. Let's vinyasa back to downward dog, knees up or down. 1 or 2 chaturanga push-ups. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the mat, untuck the toes. 1 cat-cow. Be so intentional. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral. Sit down, good. Turn to face the long edge of your mat, actually. Woo. Breathe. Left foot in, right foot out. Sit up tall, roll the shoulders back and down, and reach up and over with your left hand. Keep this in the side body. We're not trying to lean forward. You might even flex the left foot against the mat a little bit or press the left leg down. Breathe. Sit up. Arms side to side. Be a little bit strict here as you rotate toward the right leg. Right hand down behind you. The left hand reaches over and across for the pinky edge of the foot. You might be holding the ankle or your leg. You're going to press with the right hand as you pull with the left. Bringing the right shoulder blade back, the left one forward. Sit up, switch out the legs. Notice what you feel. You should feel that in the left lower back. Sit up tall, give yourself a moment to arrive on this side. And reach up and over with the right hand. Sometimes I'll press down and away slightly with the left. Use the breath. Notice how an inhale expands the torso, enhancing what you feel. Sit up. Arms side to side. Use a little bit of core strength or just be kind of strict, right? Left hand on the mat beside you. Right arm reaches over and across. It should feel far away. Press with the left, pull with the right, and just think about bringing the shoulder forward, not so much the head and the neck. Breathe. And release. Let's go back to a tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Upward facing dog. Lift up onto the toes, tuck the chin, and we're going to ripple through. Lifting the chin at the end, breathe in at the end. And then leave your chin out as long as you can as you press back to down dog. Tuck the chin for a moment, and then let the head and neck relax. Lower down to the mat. Child's pose, but we're stretching out the triceps. So knees a comfortable distance apart. Elbows on the mat. If you already know you need more, you can put them on a block. Walk your elbows forward. Touch each shoulder and bring the forehead down. Whether this is intense or subtle, just breathe and be here. You're expanding your range of motion. This is countering slouching. Just a couple more breaths. It's a moment to check in and make sure your thoughts are present and kind. Extend your arms out in front of you. Press up, tabletop. Let's do one round of cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral into puppy pose. We're staying in the upper body a little bit. Leave your hips over the knees. Walk your hands to the top of your mat and bring the forehead down to either a block. You might be able to access your chin or chest. Breathe and try to hold wherever you are. Sphinx. Shift your weight forward onto your stomach. Prop up onto your forearms, about elbow or forearm distance apart from each other. Roll the shoulders back and down. Sit up. Lift up, I mean. Feet are about hip width. Tops of the feet are down. Press underneath the wrists, the hands, then the elbows again as you arch and pull the chest through. Where is the weight in the hands? Is it more toward the thumb or the pinky? Try to even that out and press down under the entire forearm. Release. Let's do another quad stretch. Rest your forehead on the left hand. Pull the right foot in. Switch. Release. Extend your left arm out, palm down, shoulder height. We're going to open up the chest and the shoulder, roll onto your left hip, and balance however you can. Breathe deeply. Release. Feel what you feel. What's releasing, where we're going. Extend the right arm out and roll onto the right hip, palm down. Ooh, this one feels different. Stay present. Back to your stomach. Press up, tabletop, downward facing dog. Really try to open up through the upper body this time, so you might feel it even more in the hamstrings. Picture the triceps opening. Shoulders away from the ears, press through the front part of your hands. Relax the head and neck. Lower your knees to the mat. Lower down onto your forearms. Touch opposite elbows for a moment. Press down underneath your hands, your forearms, your elbows. Tuck the toes, dolphin. Walk your feet in a little bit. Continue to press underneath the forearms. Consider opening up the triceps so you can press back. Press again under the wrist. Every time you forget about it, go back and do it again. Calm down the breath. Lower your knees to the mat. Come back up to a tabletop for one cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Neutral spine. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Balance on the left foot. Lift the right. Keep the hips square. Knee facing the mat. Flexed, lifted foot. Let's press into the hands. Open up the chest, the triceps, and squeeze the right leg a little bit higher. Downward dog. Stand on the right foot, lifting the left. Press into the hands. So if you need to look, I'm up here. We're going to press back, open up, squeeze the left glute, but don't let the hips stack. Downward dog. Look between the hands. Walk or hop forward, forward fold, long forward fold at the top of your mat. Soften the knees and round up to standing. Stand up tall, recreate your posture, and then turn to face the long edge of your mat. Separate your feet. Warrior two, right side. Point the right toes to the top of your mat. Left foot's parallel to the short edge. Arms are going to go side to side. Bend into the right knee. Squeeze the right glute to open the knee. You don't want the knee to be right or left of the right foot. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Look over the right arm. Switch to the left side. Straighten the right leg. Hands to hips for balance. Turn the left toes out, right toes forward, bend the left knee. Hands to hips will help you balance and also to make sure you're not taking the torso forward, because sometimes people will get there. No, shoulders over hips. Arms side to side, fingers are sealed. Press the right foot flat, bend the left knee. Straighten the left leg. Hands to hips, shorten the stance just a little bit. Interlace your hands behind the back. You might use a towel or a strap if this is a reach. Inhale, open up the chest, breathe in again. Exhale, forward over the legs. Let the hands float away from the torso. We're not muscling anything. Lower your hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. For a twist, right hand down, left arm opens. Think about when we were on the floor, opening strictly with the torso. Do that here. And switch, left hand down, right arm opens. Right hand down. Keep the feet flat. We're getting the inner thighs, the outside of the right ankle and foot. Bend into the left knee. And walk over to that side of the mat. Switch sides carefully with transitions as you walk, stretching the left inner thighs, the outside of the ankle. A little gentle step into the right leg will keep you aligned and within your natural range of motion-ish. And back to center. Walk your hands to the center, hands to hips, lift up. And one more time, the shoulders stretch. Inhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Look up, lift up. And exhale over separate legs. Release your hands to the mat. Hands to hips to lift up. Meet me at the top of the mat for Utkatasana. Awkward pose, chair pose, toes and heels together. Bend the knees, sit back. Make sure you can still see and wiggle the toes. Reach the arms away from you. They are shoulder width distance. Relax the shoulders. Palms face each other. Sit a little bit lower and reach the fingertips away from the tailbone. Press to stand. Minimize extra movement. Inhale, arms reach wide overhead. Arms up or back bend. Lift out, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. From this look up position, hands down, plank pose. Downward dog. Balance on the left foot, lift the right leg back and up, this time letting the hip open, press into the hand, squeeze the right glute, point the top foot. Pigeon right side, right knee behind the right wrist. Take your time softening down. Modify as needed. Hips are trying to square to the top of the mat. Someday the front shin is parallel to the top edge of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Monitor your thoughts, keep them present, keep them kind. Notice if a person or somebody, a situation pops into your mind when you're doing pigeon or lizard. Smooth out the breath. Couple more breaths here. Option to add a variation, like sitting up and or a quad stretch. And make your way back to downward facing dog. And right away, we're going to lift the right leg back and up. Let the hips open. Press into the hands. Squeeze the right glute. Downward facing dog. Upward facing dog to reset. Ripple through. Tall on the toes. Lift the chin. And exhale back to downward dog. Stand on the right foot as you lift the left leg back up. Squeeze, reach, press. Pigeon left side. Expect the sides to feel a little bit different on different days over the course of your practice. Eventually we try to balance it out, but daily life, right? Okay, soften forward. Smooth out tension as it reveals itself. Start to lift up. Finish this side with whatever you did on the first side. Make your way back to downward facing dog, lifting the left leg back and up. Using strength to use the range of motion you've created, enhanced. Downward dog. Upward dog, really ripple through, starting with the toes. Pulling in the core, the chin is tucked. Lift. And exhale back, down dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Lower your forearms to the mat, setting up for dolphin. One more time. Press under the wrists, the elbows, lift up and back, and walk your feet in just a little bit. Press down under the wrists again. And again. This time, let's lift up onto the toes. Feel your weight gently shifting forward. Press under the wrists again. And press the heels back and down. Open up the triceps. And again, lift up. Allow yourself to shift forward. Pull in the core. Keep the legs strong. Press under the forearms. And press the heels back and down. Lower your knees to the mat. Sit back on your heels and roll the shoulders back and down. Let's do eagle arms, right arm under, left arm over. And go up and down, reaching the elbows away from you. Just a different way to use these arms that we all, well, that a lot of people have. All right, switch sides, left arm under, right arm over. And release. One more for the shoulders. We're going to place one hand on top of each shoulder, kind of like chicken wings, and bring your elbows either to touch or close together. And you're going to open them out wide. Let the upper back move a little bit. This should feel really good after those dolphins and upper body stuff. Switch directions. Really try to make these big circles. And release. Let's lie down on our backs. Bring your feet out and lie down. Untuck the shoulder blades. Bend the knees. Feet are about hip width distance and flat. Scoot forward a little bit. Moving bridges. Feet about hip width, like I said. Fingertips are pretty close to the heels. So just like it sounds, we're going to do bridge, but we're going to inhale like the wind in the curtain. Lift up. Take your time lifting. When you reach the top of your breath, you're at the top of your bridge. Start your descent. Scoop the tailbone forward. Imagine replacing one vertebrae at a time on the mat. The tailbone lands, and you press again to lift. Taking this time to slow down, to engage as you think about the back muscles, that body-mind connection. Just go at your own pace. Appreciating that you have the time right now to sit down and work on your back, your posture. All right, moving twists. If you were in a chair, the back of the chair would be the floor. Lift your legs and arms are going to go side to side, ideally palms down for a little bit of stability, and we will tick-tock the legs right and left. Lower the right knee, let the leg follow about hip width. The knee lands, and you pick up. And go to the other side. Trying to breathe in through center, exhale to land. This is a combination of just gentle mobility. This is great for back pain, preventing it, alleviating it. And I always think about how we would all be walking and standing a little differently if we all did this for like 20 seconds, 3 times a week even. Next time your legs are to the left, let them land and we will hold. Set up any twist variation you'd like. Let's move again. Feel the release of the right side as you reanimate. If you'd like to make this more strength, just hover the knees. If you're looking for a little more twist, let the legs land. So my legs are to the left. Reach the right arm out and away from you. And then pick up and switch sides. The next time you're on the right, land there and hold. Release. Hug both knees in, nose to knees, nice, good squeeze. Release into, where am I going? Shavasana. I will be closing our practice together. This is just a moment to absorb the work you've done, recoup the energy you put out there. Palms are face up, untuck the shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck by lowering the chin slightly. Blink the eyes closed, relax your thoughts, the breath. Just exist. I will be in touch. Keep the eyes closed, the body still. Introduce a deep breath, a long, slow inhale. Fill up all the way, a little extra at the top, and hold. Exhale, let the air go. Near the end of your breath, blink the eyes open, see if you can feel the light, and gently start to move, awaken, emerge, hanging on to whatever peace or quiet you felt just a moment ago. Take it with you. It's always there. Make your way to a comfortable seated position, anyway, as long as the spine is straight. Thank yourself for your practice. I am so grateful for your presence. Let's close with a breath. Inhale, reach the arms wide, up, overhead. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, hands lower down. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Hey, let's turn that off.